Welcome back to the Story Game Podcast, everyone. This one's a very interesting special episode called the Duel of the Dates, even though they're long-term relationships, just to be clear.
So long-time listeners know that Arjun and I are both in relationships, again, not with each other. And so today unfortunately, today we have better halves, I think.
Other
halves with us, and so it's sort of like a special edition of the story game, and we're very excited to bring it to you. Let's introduce our guests. My girlfriend's name is Inaya.
Hi, I'm Inaya.
Yeah, Inaya, and my girlfriend's name is Cam.
Yeah, I'm Cam. Hi.
So Inaya is in marketing. She works for...
No, I'm actually in school still. I'm graduating in December. I go to Northeastern in Boston. And I met Aman about a year ago.
Yeah, about a year ago. We're from the same city in Bombay. We're not going to tell the story of how we met because you might find out on a later edition of the podcast. But yeah.
Okay.
So
We're excited for that episode. And Cam is
Yeah, I'm a web designer. I'm also a student. I graduate in December. I don't know, what else do I do? We met 3 years ago.
Yeah. And we won't tell that story either. No, that's okay. Well, we just won't tell it. Anyway, so basically the game is going to be played a little differently this time. So Aman and Inaya are going to be competing against me and Cameron. It's going to be a fun Duel of the Dates, as they call it.
Duel of the long-term girlfriends.
Yeah, I think that's a better name. But yeah, it's a 2v2. You can win a maximum of 6 points. We'll each take turns telling a story. So the first round, only Cam and Inaya will tell a story, and either Inaya and I or Arjun and Cam will have to guess. And from round 2 onwards, we'll tell a couple story. So we will tell a story together. There are 3 simple rules to the story game.
Rule number 1, I always forget the rules, dude. Rule number 1 is don't make it too long, right?
That's rule number 2, but
rule
number 1 is most of the story has to be true or false. So you can't just change one small detail. For example, you tell this long story and you say my shirt was red, and then at the end you say no, it's false because my shirt was blue. That doesn't really change anything, and so that doesn't count.
Rule number 2 is that the story can't be too long or too short. We're not looking for a crazy long epic poem or just a sentence or two describing an incident. And rule number 3
is that you can't tell somebody else's story and claim it as your own. This rule is kind of tougher to keep a track of, but just follow the rules. Don't be rebellious, and we'll all have a good time.
Yeah, rule number 3. Cam was about to break it because
I did almost break it.
I stopped her though because I'm an upstanding citizen.
I followed the podcast. I was just like, how enforced are the rules? But I'm not going to break the rules. Not today.
She was talking about breaking the rules in front of one of the people who made the rules. Not a very good plan. Anyway.
And our forfeit for today, the losing team has to eat a cricket.
What flavor?
You can pick. So we have 3 flavors. We have sour cream and onion, bacon and cheddar, and salt and vinegar.
Yeah.
And yeah, exciting times for all involved. And let's get started. I think round 1, Cam is going to be telling us a story.
All right. This story takes place in high school. I went to a really bizarre high school. It was like an ex-military school, and it was like super strict, but the kids were like really horrible.
Okay.
I feel like
where
that's
did you go
normal.
to high school?
I went to Georgia.
What city? Okay.
Yeah, in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they used to call her school Weedward, even though it's called Woodward because
don't
did
tell them. Yeah. No, it was known. It was like the most popular private school for drugs, for like 10 years, and it like had all these different nicknames, and a bunch of people got kicked out. A lot of kids got arrested. But yeah, so in high school at this school, around my senior year, I just was really bored. Okay. And I don't know what I was doing. My grades were fine. I just befriended this like group of misfit girls. They were really insane. Like one of them, she is Ukrainian and she like was a sugar baby in high school.
What?
And like, yeah. And like, I mean, we were all like 18, like it was fine.
Okay.
But yeah, she was a sugar baby. And then we also had this friend who was Albanian, and she was an Albanian refugee. Like she came to America as a refugee. Her parents worked at my school.
Okay.
And that's how she got into my school. And she was like batshit. Like she was so gnarly. I want to say she came in high school, and that was like she'd only been there for high school.
Okay.
But yeah, so I like befriended these random girls my senior year of high school out of boredom. And we all got fakes that year. So like we all were like, okay, let's just like go out every weekend. Like what's the worst that could happen? And then we got like really intense about it. Like it was almost like a sport. Okay. Like we would like drink a lot and like I don't know, try and outdrink each other. Like it was very toxic, to say the least. But yeah, so we were going out every weekend at this point, like that point in my senior year. And the Albanian girl, her parents were super strict. They thought like she was hijabi, and like they thought that like she was like very conservative.
Oh, no, okay.
But she wasn't, because I think at that point she was also stripping.
Whoa.
Oh, wait, so would
Which
she
is
strip
like
with her hijab on?
Yeah. What?
No.
Okay.
No, just at school. She would only wear it at school.
Oh, okay, so she wasn't like okay.
No.
Okay,
Like a
no,
weird
I'm just
kink strip club
Yeah,
from
no.
Muslims.
okay, yeah, just making sure, yeah.
Yeah, no, her parents were super strict. And like one time we were going to go out, and we were like, oh, like, hey, we're gonna go out tonight. Let us know if you want to come. And she's like, yeah, I'm grounded, so I don't know, but I'll keep you posted. And we're like, okay, whatever. It's like not that big of a deal. Granted, she was like literally grounded for pictures of her butthole were like circulating the school.
Oh,
like you know how like boob pictures are a thing. It was like it was literally her butthole.
Okay.
Yeah, these girls were like a whole different thing.
So it was just
So
the
how
group
long?
was the sorry.
How long did she get grounded for?
She was grounded for like a week.
Oh, okay.
But like
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it wasn't that big of a thing. But like she was always grounded. So I feel like like the sentences of her being grounded like were fairly short, but like she was just always grounded because she was doing like horrible things for like an 18-year-old girl.
So it was the group was you and these two like Eastern European
Yeah.
girls. Okay.
Yeah, these random ass girls from Eastern Europe.
And did you guys have like a group name or something?
No, because like the Albanian girl, she joined later.
Okay.
And then the Ukrainian girl, I don't want to name them because I'm scared. But am I yelling?
Yeah, a little bit, but it's cool. Just keep going.
Okay, yeah.
Doing fine.
But I had been friends with the Ukrainian girl for a while. We were in the same art class. I just never had the same class as the Albanian girl, so like I met her through the Ukrainian girl.
And her parents, you said, worked at the school, so they were like teachers or?
Yeah, so they worked as like the lunch people. Like they like served the lunch.
Okay.
I don't know if they cooked, but they like served it.
Okay.
And then the Ukrainian girl was like stupid rich. Like she was the reason why we go out, because she'd like get us tables and like pay for the Ubers and stuff.
okay.
But yeah, this girl, she was like, oh, I'm grounded, like I can't go out, whatever. And we're like, okay. So I go over to the Ukrainian girl's house. We're like getting dressed, we're like pre-gaming or whatever. And then we get a call from the Albanian girl, and she's like, hey, I actually think I can sneak out. And we're like, what do you mean? Like, you think you can sneak out? Like, you have a bunch of siblings. I feel like this isn't going to go well. Like, has this ever worked? And she's like, yeah, I do this all the time. We're like, with who? Like, what the fuck? But so we go, we like, you know, you can like set pickups on your Uber.
Yeah.
This was like revolutionary at that time, because I think this is when it first started being a thing. So we pull up outside of her house, and we're like, there's no fucking way. Like, there's no way. Like, she is in the second floor. Like, she's a bunch of siblings. And I'm pretty sure she shares a room. So we're like, she's not going to be able to sneak out. Like, whatever. And then we see her. Like, she peeps her head out the window. And we're like, oh, hey. Like, are you actually coming out? And she's like, yeah. Just give me a second. And we're like, literally, I see your family. Like, we could see her family, like, in the windows. Like, the shadow of them and shit. And we're like, dude, this is not the time. Like, wait until they go to bed. Like, this is not going to work. She's like, no, I got this. And then she, like, throws herself out the window from the second floor. Later, we realized she broke her leg. but we didn't know that at the time. Like, she fully broke her leg because she, like, threw herself out the window. Not on, like, a... No, it was very dangerous. It was super dangerous.
So she was on the second floor.
Second floor, jumps out the window, breaks her leg. And then we go out. We go to, like, 3 different clubs.
Wait, but she's not, like, dying in pain.
She's like, yeah, my leg's sore, but, like, you know, whatever. Like, this is such a fun night. Like, you only live once, you know. Drake was big back then. And, like, yeah, she broke her leg, and then she was grounded again when she got home. And she came to school in, like, a full cast. And we were like, we thought you were kidding. Like, we thought you were being dramatic. I mean, yes, you did jump out of a window, but, like, we thought you were being dramatic. Like, we didn't think you'd actually, like, break your fucking leg. Like, what? But yeah, she broke her leg, and she, like, had to, like, wait for it to heal and stuff. But she still went out. Like, she went out with a full cast as well as a broken leg.
That's super impressive that, like, she just jumped out the window, and then you guys were shocked at first, but then you're like, yeah, this is normal. This is a normal thing.
Well, we were already drunk. Okay. So I feel like our awareness of how ridiculous this is was, like, we were like, this is totally normal. This is fine.
Are you
taken on the town?
Are you friends with these girls still? No.
No.
Okay.
When did you lose touch with them? When you went to college?
Yeah, college. They both. I mean, they were already really intense. Like, just like up to questionable things, and it only got more questionable with age. So yeah, I'm not really in their lives.
Okay.
Interesting. What do you think?
I think it's true.
You think it's true?
Yeah, it sounds... Maybe it's just the part where she goes out after she breaks her leg and then pretends like nothing happens, because she came from home. So was she drunk already, or like was she was sober and she wasn't in pain?
Yeah,
that's the only unbelievable part for me.
I think
that's the only unbelievable.
Yeah, because I feel like there are people who do a lot of crazy shit, and if you are with them, you get, you know, influenced by all of that. And I feel like high school is definitely one of those times where this could happen. So I
don't know.
What do you think?
I feel like there was a lot in that story.
Yeah, no, there was definitely
a
lot to unpack.
The hijab wearing stripper who like can survive a 2-story fall. The rich Ukrainian girl who just rogue and out and about. The butthole picture, what is that about?
I was just watching Aman's face while he was just so confused the entire time.
Yeah, I can never look at people's faces when I tell stories because I'm like, I'm gonna get derailed.
So here's the thing. I think that two options. So obviously it's true or false, right? But
it's obviously true or false. Wow, bro.
But I think
you figure that out yourself.
I think that Cam might be playing this game where she's trying to tell the most ludicrous story possible. So she was just adding things for fun.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I see.
But the problem is, I don't know how Cam lies, and so
yeah, it didn't
either her tell is just adding more and more ludicrous details, or her tell is, it's a true story. The thing is,
what?
I don't know. What were the clubs you guys went to? Name some of the clubs.
We went to this one Havana, which was really fun. It had like a bunch of different rooms. There was like a Latin room, and there was like a disco room. Super fun. We also liked...
What was the name of the club?
That was Havana.
Oh, yeah. Havana. Okay.
Yeah, we also liked Mandala, which was like a hookah bar.
Okay.
And then we went to like these really horrible dive bars. Like they're called the Buckhead bars.
This isn't really... I mean, it doesn't... She just could be naming bars from her town. Doesn't have anything to do with the story, right?
True,
I'm trying to see. And you said so this took place in 2017.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, we graduated in what year?
He does this every time, bro. Like he's asking the
year
like that's gonna...
I always want to see if someone
it wasn't 2017. I'm sorry. The story's false.
If someone trips up on the age thing, because Arjun has before, and so I always...
Oh, what?
Years ago when we used to play before the podcast. Yeah. So I always ask that question. Okay. You think true?
Yeah, I still think it's true.
Yeah, I can buy that. So
okay,
I'll back that.
No, but...
Like, I'll back it.
Okay.
You know? Yeah? Are we locking it in?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. I'm not sold either way. And so if you think it's true,
sold.
I can buy it.
So are you certain that she's making it up?
No, I'm not.
Aman is just saying he's gonna go with whatever you think is right, so you make the decision.
No, if you think it's true, if you haven't changed, because you were pretty adamant that it was true, right?
Yeah.
So if you have more of an intense feeling that it's true, I'll buy that. Like, okay, I can back that. Yeah, we're gonna back that.
Inaya suddenly understands how hard the story game
A
is.
lot of fucking pressure. Okay.
No, fuck it. It's
No, you had fair points, which is why I'm doubting it as well.
I think she wants you to make a case of why you
No,
think.
I think
I
you made
did.
a good case.
Okay.
I'm just like,
But if it didn't change your
my
mind,
case is I believe her and try to think she's lying, but I feel like you have more.
no, but it makes like I wouldn't be like flabbergasted if it ended up being true, which is why I can buy. Like it is quite to think of the whole butthole thing and the stripper thing is a bit extreme.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, that's straight out of a fucking like high school movie. Maybe it's straight out of
Yeah, the
Cam's high
stripper.
school.
Okay, can you explain the stripper? So she used to do this only on the weekends, or like,
No,
every
like during
day.
the week.
and her parents didn't know.
No.
So she was going to like study or whatever, and then she would just.
Yeah, like she like go over to her friends. Like that was the biggest excuse. Like that's where my parents thought I was.
Okay.
Did you ever watch her?
No,
Like-
no. Because in
Just
Atlanta,
disappointed.
like the strip clubs are like butt ass naked.
Oh.
Like, and I was like, I don't think I
Oh,
want to
okay,
do
okay,
this.
yeah,
I don't
okay,
want
I
that
see.
environment.
Okay.
Shit.
Pause?
No, I think true, bro.
Okay.
You think true?
Yeah, I feel like we've asked her a lot and she's just like hasn't stumbled.
What do you think?
I think it's true.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna back you.
Okay.
We'll say true. We'll lock in true.
Okay, locked in true. And it is.
It's true.
Oh.
Senior year was insane.
That's crazy. Yeah. Dude,
That's a lot.
That is a
Yeah.
movie. That is literally a film, right? That's like.
Yeah, that's an
Yeah.
A24 movie.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
That's, you know, have you seen Booksmart?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like that could be a plot
I felt
point in
very
Books-
seen
Booksmart.
in
Yeah,
Smart, yeah.
that's the vibe I'm getting. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, high school girls are insane.
Yeah,
They're like
what?
literally like made out of steel.
Great. Yo, okay, that was a great story.
Yeah, really good story.
Good shot, saying true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I like
That was-
had you for a bit because I'm
Yeah.
like, I know like the butthole thing was insane,
Yeah.
and like no one's gonna believe it
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
like who does that?
I was trying to steer you guys away from. I was like,
Yeah.
but Almond,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
he was gonna make a case for it being false. So, but
No,
yeah,
good-
well
good
played,
shot. Yeah.
everyone.
Okay, 1 point.
That's 1 point for us.
Yeah, well
Cool.
played.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Okay. So this is the story of my 17th birthday. I was traveling from. I had spent like 3 weeks with my family in San Jose, and my mom and I were flying back to San Francisco, from San Francisco to Bombay because my 12th grade was starting. So we flew on a Saturday and school started on Monday. We had a stopover in Germany, and so that's like I think like 9 or 10 hours, and then another 9 hours back to Bombay. Am I being
No, it's fine.
okay? So the second we get off, we're waiting in Frankfurt. We get off the flight, and the one step between the airplane and the stairs that they connect to the airplane, you know, to just get off the flight, I fell really badly, and I tried to balance myself and I couldn't, so I put all my weight on my right leg, and basically I just couldn't like move any forward. I couldn't walk. It wasn't just a little fall. I knew I had fucked up, and
Wait,
there
so
was a whole
you fell and you hurt your right leg?
yeah, I fell.
Okay.
I took a few minutes to get up. There was a whole line of people behind, and eventually I just like stood on the side and I waited until they told us to wait until everybody on the flight had left. There was a doctor on the flight, and he came on and he started asking me a few questions, but I was in so much pain that I couldn't really say anything. At this point, it was my birthday, so I was also like thinking about that the whole time. But I knew that I was going to be flying the whole day anyway, so I was just trying to get on the next flight. They took me back inside the plane, and they had this like the emergency exit in the middle of the plane. They opened it up, and there was this paramedics room sort of thing that they put on the crane to like so it was like 2 floors up, and then these German paramedics are just like trying to figure out what's wrong with me, and they were like, okay, so it's not broken, but it's not just sprained, like there's definitely something. I was in a wheelchair.
Your ankle or?
Yeah, my ankle.
Okay.
And I was holding it together pretty much. Like at this point, I was doing pretty well until he asked for my passport and he was like, "Oh, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday." And I was just like, "Thank you." And I started crying and he gave me like this little like mint or something and he was like, "Here, have a good, like, I know this sucks, but like you'll be fine." And then they banded it up and they gave me an ice pack and they were like, "Okay, so you have two options. Either you pay 500 euros to enter the country." I didn't have a visa to enter Germany, so I couldn't like go to the hospital. And God. I had a flight. Yeah, and I had a flight in 2 hours or something. So they were like, "Okay, so either you miss your flight, you pay 500 euros to enter the country only to go to the hospital, and you see what's wrong with you, or you just get on the flight the way you are." And my mom was like, "Whatever you want to do." Like, she was really worried, and it was just me and her, and we had a lot of bags and stuff, and we were just like, she was like, "Okay, you can do whatever you want." I was thinking about school and thinking about like trying to get there on time and all of that, and I was on painkillers at that point, so I was like, "You know what, I can do the flight, like let's just go, I want to go home." So 2 hours later, just like wheelchairing around the airport, finally we got on the flight. 9 hours go by, get to Bombay. It was a really painful 9 hours because I didn't know what was wrong, but I was just in a lot of pain, but it was fine. And then after we land, my mom takes me straight to the emergency room, and there is a lot happening there. Like there was someone who, this is really sad, but there was someone who was like having a heart attack, and there was just like a lot happening. And it was 3 a.m. They make me do a bunch of scans, and they were like, "Okay, this is a ligament tear, so you're good. Like it'll be fine in a few weeks. You can't walk, crutches, everything." And then I go home. I try to go to school the next day. I have crutches on for like 2 weeks, and then there was this rumor that I basically fell off the plane, and that's why I like got hurt, which is kind of what happened. I did just fall off like the one step, but I did, like, the rumor was that I fell like down or something stupid like that.
Fell off the plane while it was in air, and she only hurt her leg.
I only got a ligament.
High school girls, man, they're made of steel.
And so that was my 17th birthday.
Wait, so when's your birthday?
July 23rd.
Okay.
Exactly a month after mine. Right, crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Wait, when does India start school?
Like end of July, start of August.
Okay.
Interesting. It's very believable. Like, I can see this happening. The only thing is, like, I feel like you falling down and tearing a ligament. I don't know much about medicine, but that feels like a little bit of
Don't know anything about medicine.
a stretch. She loves rubbing that in when I'm trying to perform heart surgery.
Where did the painkillers come from? Like, was that the doctor on the plane, or was that?
Oh no, they were just at the airport,
Okay.
like the paramedics at the airport.
Okay.
What is a ligament?
That's not an issue for this
No,
podcast.
that is an issue, because I'm trying to figure out how she
It's like a
fell and
muscle.
tore a leg. Yeah, but what is it in terms of your leg? Like, is it?
It, like near my ankle.
So it's like the muscle that connects your foot to your
To the ankle, and it tore.
Yeah.
And you didn't need you didn't need to do any like
Surgery, no.
nothing.
No.
It was not a bone that was broken. at all.
No.
Okay.
It does take it takes like really long to recover. Sometimes longer than a broken bone, depending on how bad it is.
Were you in like physical therapy after?
No. I just used to go to school and like crouch around for 2 weeks.
Well, theme of today's story is broken feet.
High school girls with broken feet.
Gosh, what do you think?
What is your like first instinct?
I think it's true.
Because my first instinct is that it's true.
Yeah.
Just because. Well, wait, what were you
But she
doing in
could
San
just be-
Jose?
Oh, I was visiting family.
I can't.
I don't believe that. I don't know.
I cannot say whether or not this is true.
Family in San Jose.
Yeah,
Maybe.
That's how it falls apart. Who lives in San Jose? Shit,
No
I
one
just
lives in San Jose. False.
Alienated the entire city of San Jose.
That's a sad story. It's a good story. It's sad.
No,
though.
that sucks. That's the worst 17th birthday ever.
Yeah,
I'm
that's why
so
it's sad.
sorry.
I don't know.
It's very possible.
Maybe it didn't happen,
It's
right?
very possible.
Maybe I had the best 17th birthday.
Yeah, maybe you were jumping out of windows and partying.
Yeah.
Maybe her foot.
She jumped off the plane into a club. No, sorry.
Doom 3.
2, 3, yeah.
You haven't seen Doom, right?
No, but I know the general idea. Okay, so your first instinct is true.
I think I'm gonna go with true unless you can give me a reason to say false. I think I'm gonna go with true. What do you think?
I'm trying to find plot holes, but I can't.
The main issue I think is just the
Is the
premise
fall,
of it is
yeah.
the fall, right?
And then being fine. But I feel like
But
you can
so
totally
describe
do
the
that.
fall again. Like what exactly were you doing and
I was
Did you
literally
have
just
suitcases with
walking.
you?
No, I had nothing. I had a backpack, and I was just walking, and it was literally just that one step. And the hostess had told me earlier to like be careful is a step, watch your step.
No. No, I will not watch my step.
You know how the staircase they bring to the plane, like usually it's at level, but sometimes it's slightly lower.
No, those are tricky. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I think
But
this
like
is
my
true.
mom just
but
walked past. Everyone was like fine. Like,
Okay, so this
it
is
was
why
regular. It was
now
not-
I'm starting to think it's more true because I feel like if it was false, I feel like you would have invented something like
Some
I was goofing
insane
around
fall,
with
yeah.
my dad or whatever and like
I
I
wasn't
jumped
paying
off a chair or
attention.
something like that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
No,
mean
but that makes that would be a more false. This seems more like grounded.
that I was just walking.
that you were getting
and I was
off
fine,
a plane.
and I was not like drunk or anything. I was just walking.
Now I'm
I
even
don't
more
know.
convinced that it's true
I-
the way you're talking right
I
now.
don't know why.
I think
What
it's
do you guys think?
I
Yeah.
think it's true,
Ooh,
man.
I have one more question. Why were you on a plane on your birthday?
What? What is this question?
I don't know. I've never been on a plane on my birthday.
Yeah, no, it was like, I guess just like bad timing.
Like, did you celebrate it? You celebrated it in San Jose, or did you celebrate it in Mumbai?
Both different. Like I didn't have like a big celebration
Yeah.
anywhere because I was with my family, and then I met my friends. But when I did actually meet my friends the next day, it was more so because they knew I had like torn my ligament before, and they were like, "Oh no, like okay, like we're gonna
Okay,
come
this is
and like
totally
make me-"
true.
This is true.
We're locking it
We're
in, it's
locking
true.
in
Yeah,
true.
you
It's
sure?
true.
Why? Okay.
Wow, you guys are behaving so sus right
Yeah,
now.
I'm so.
Aman hasn't said. It's sus that Aman is being so.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just
now.
letting letting
Okay,
So
no,
unlike
lock in true.
you.
Let's do it. Lock in
Lock
true.
it.
Okay, we'll
I'm-
give the audience a second to lock in the answer, and it is.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this is false, and that's
Figures.
insane.
I was like trying my hardest to try and like convince you that it was false, but I didn't know what
Same.
to say, and I didn't want
I
to
feel
like.
like I just told it very factually, and that's probably my bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
No, it's because it just seemed all believable, you know, like a very because like if you were to falsify the story, you'd have I don't know something
Yeah.
crazy like you would have done something different. But
Yeah.
like the walking off a plane thing, it's unfortunate,
Yeah.
but it's believable.
It do
you know?
happen. Yeah.
The first, like one of the first days we were talking, quote unquote, during lockdown, you told me the story.
Yeah.
So I've known this story for a while. This is like a Inaya classic, you know. This is her version of the metal ball in the stomach story.
That was a good one.
Yeah, for day one listeners. But yeah, okay, damn, game on, dude. One
Game
all.
on, 1-all.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's
Um,
go.
It's now the couple story
Yeah.
for the first time. This is gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
exciting. This time we're gonna.
All right,
you know,
so we're going first. Which one do you want to do first?
Wait, we have two stories?
Oh, we have to tell. How many stories do we have to tell?
Two couple
Two
stories?
couple stories.
two
Yeah.
couples.
So,
Oh,
so which one do we
yes.
have to tell?
I think we
Shh, just whisper it in my ear. Okay. Cool. So we're gonna tell a story.
about the best haircut I gave Arjun.
This is gonna be a little new to the podcast because we're both gonna tell it kind of at the same time. We're just gonna feel it out.
Well, like he talks slow, so I'm probably just gonna tell the story. This
Yeah,
always happens where
probably.
like we both tell stories and then I just kind of take it over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was COVID summer.
So I interned with Aman in Mumbai in sophomore year.
Summer of 2019.
Yeah.
Right. And then I got at the end of that summer, I went
got
back.
a baller haircut.
I went back
Looked
to
great.
Pune and I got a really nice haircut. Like my friend told me about this place and it was really nice and I got an excellent haircut. I loved it,
And
right?
it's never happened again.
Because that person who gave me the haircut vanished, dude, forever from the face of this earth, okay? But whatever, anyway.
Okay,
Point is,
interesting.
I come back to America and I cannot find like a good place to get a haircut for the life of me.
And like,
And I tried like 2 places.
you know how his
and-
hair gets when it's long? He like
Yeah.
kind of looks like he should be in the Beatles, but in like the worst way. Like it's just very bad. We had the same haircut at that point. Like I had a bob and he had a bob and it was just so gross.
And it was rough, right?
And it was falling out.
Okay.
So yeah,
Like,
it wasn't
his hair
okay. So it wasn't
sheds.
falling out. Like everybody loses hair, right?
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
like
don't.
at an exponential rate.
I don't know. For some reason, there was a lot of hair showing up in
In my
Cameron's
house.
room and stuff, and she blamed
It
it
was
on me.
everywhere. It was so much
Okay.
hair.
It was my hair, but I don't know. Anyway, it was my hair.
You said this was the COVID summer? So
Yeah,
yeah,
so he's all in my space every day,
So
all
I-
the time, just
during
shedding
that,
hair.
During that school year, I had gotten 2 haircuts, but I didn't like them at all. In fact, it was the 310 semester that I got 2 haircuts.
Okay. Okay, and then the semester after you
The
didn't
semester
get a haircut.
after, I just didn't get a haircut. So by
At
the
all,
end
yeah.
of that semester, my hair was insanely long.
And he
okay?
had like no trust of hairdressers at that point.
Yeah, and I was just annoyed, and I was like, COVID times, no need to get a haircut. But then Cameron was like, you need to get a haircut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was like, I can't look at you like this anymore.
And I was like, I'm not gonna do it. And then she was like,
Well, so okay,
my-
my 2 best friends are boys, and they're both really weird about their hair. So like I learned how to cut boy hair kind of ish, and like my friend Benjamin, he has like loose curls. So like I kind of know how to cut like this kind of hair, and then my friend Tam.
no, they don't have loose curls. Okay,
Yeah,
they
or like
both
it
have
can
really,
curl.
really short hair.
They do have really
Okay.
short hair.
Really short, like you know the
Benjamin's
type where
hair
it's-
curls a bit.
What's it
has,
called?
like,
It's a
little-
fade,
Yeah, yeah.
with a
Yeah.
you know the.
Tim has a skin
yeah.
fade. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just really short, okay? And
Huh.
Cameron was like, "Yeah, I've cut their hair before."
I've cut
you
their
know?
hair millions of times. Like literally, I was friends with them all throughout high school, and I cut their hair all the time.
Yeah, but see, I think that's easier to cut when it's like a fade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no
short.
shit,
Yeah.
right? No
Yeah.
shit.
But
I'll
I
do
was
that,
like,
yeah.
also I gave myself bangs. Like I was like really feeling like my like hair cutting skills. Like I was like, I can totally do this.
Okay.
And I did a-
For some reason, I believed her. I was like, "Fucking it's quarantine and stuff."
And my hair looked good, and I cut my bangs in quarantine. Well, not these bangs, but older bangs.
Anyway, so she convinced me to let her give me a trim, like not a haircut, a trim, right?
Yeah, just like what was it? Because it was, you know how it's
Like my hair was down till here,
Yeah,
right? And
it
I was
was-
like, okay, just take it up like a couple inches, and we'll see
It
what
was like
happens.
a mullet bob sort of situation. It was very bad.
It was all right. It wasn't
No,
horrible.
it was very
it was just
bad.
long.
What month was this?
This was like April, May.
May?
I don't know.
May?
Okay.
You know?
Had the previous semester ended yet? Or
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
I think so.
Okay.
So it was the summer.
It might have been in the middle of the summer also. I don't really remember.
It was
to be
in the
honest.
summer. We weren't in classes anymore because I remember
Okay.
just being bored in our house.
Okay.
But yeah, so Cam like gave
I
me.
gave him the best haircut.
Cam gave me at the time. She thought it was incredible.
I thought it looked really good.
But like I remember going to the mirror and being like, "This is like, I can't even. This is so horrible. Like it was so bad, and
It was
I just
fine.
looked stupid, dude. Like it was ridiculous because she
It was
cut my
fine.
front side really short
Okay.
and left the back, so I definitely looked like a beetle. Like
Okay,
so
so
I
you had a
couldn't even
mullet.
do.
well,
like
okay, I
the-
was going for what's that guy?
wasn't a
Not
mullet.
Psycho. I was going for the guy.
Dude, she
the
wasn't
American
going for
Psycho?
anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cyrus.
Yeah, I was going for that. That like.
She was not going for anything. She had
slicked
no
back
idea what
widow's
she
Yeah. Where like I feel like you would look really good with this
She
because I
had-
know he wanted to keep his length. That was the thing, and I was like, okay, I can figure this out. Like
I've been
if
trying
I
to say this.
frame
She
the
had
front-
no idea what she was doing.
I was kind of
Um,
winging it the whole time because I've never
And then
cut
at
long
first I was
hair.
like, I felt bad because I didn't want to be like, oh, this is so bad, fuck you. I was like, but then a couple days later, I was like, yo, to my roommates, and I was like, listen, I'm gonna shave my head. Can you guys help me? So we went outside, and they shaved my head, and I took a video of it and stuff, and
Nice.
and I told Cam to go fuck herself, and I was bald for a while, and yeah.
Well, the thing is, I didn't know he didn't like it. I thought he just like wanted to go bald because he gets these like weird like he's like, I'm doing this thing for no reason, like I'm really set on it. And then like we had dinner with Bryce, and like we were all drinking.
No, we didn't have dinner. We went to some party or something. We
were with Bryce. Bryce
was
was
just
there
drinking at home or something.
Yeah, and he was
quarantine.
like, I don't know how it came up. We were talking about hair. Bryce had a really good haircut. That's what happened. Bryce had a good haircut, and I was
All
like,
right, okay.
Who got Bryce's hair?
Who
Dude,
did?
I don't know, man. he does it.
He has great
Yeah.
haircuts. But I was like, oh yeah, like I tried to do like a similar thing with Arjun's hair before he.
Similar thing. Bryce's hair is nothing
Whatever.
like mine.
Whatever.
I reiterate, Cam had no idea what the fuck she was
I
doing.
tried to do a
okay?
similar thing. I feel like it's all in the same vein. They're sister haircuts.
Anyway, Bryce basically was like revealed to Cameron that I hated my haircut and
yeah,
that's
and I
why
was like, that's
shaved
so
my
crazy
head.
that like he shaved his head because you guys would have had the same haircut and like it would have been so cute, so sweet. And he's like, Arjun's haircut sucked. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, he didn't say it like that. Bryce is more like
He was more
diplomatic.
Yeah, diplomatic about
types,
it.
but he basically just revealed kind of by accident that it was like,
in so many words, he was like, Arjun's haircut sucked. He had me shave his head because it was so bad.
and I'm just sitting there bald like but yeah,
Interesting. Okay,
that's
so
the story.
I should give you some context to this because
Okay.
I remember actually going bald.
Going bald.
Because okay, so this story is genius because I know the start and the end of the story are true, but I don't know what happened in
That
between.
he had long hair and then he went bald.
I know this
Okay.
because when I first met Arjun, I found his YouTube account and he had a video called Takla Tommy, and that was the year.
That means
that was the
bald
first one.
Tommy.
Tommy, yeah. And basically that was the first time, and there's like a time lapse of him shaving his head, and I remember I was so fucking excited.
Did you shave it yourself?
No, I just basically sat like cross-legged in front of a camera, and my friend time lapse shaving my
Okay.
head.
Okay.
And I remember I was so excited when I got the notification that said Takla Tommy 2 or whatever, right? And I remember this, and I was like, okay. And I remember also Arjun and I spoke like later that week, and I was like, bro, should I also shave my head? It's getting a bit unmanageable. I'll make a spin-off. We'll call it Bald Bob or something, you know, a Takla Tommy spin-off. I was like, we were planning this out, and I just don't know whether it was because Cam cut his hair and he didn't like
But
it.
did he mention when he was gonna that he was gonna go bald? Or?
So I know the first time he cut his hair, he got some haircut or someone cut his hair, and he didn't like it, so he went bald.
How do you know that?
Because that I remember him telling me that about the first Takla Tommy. The second Takla Tommy, I don't
right. Okay. So you think that they're just
know.
using
Maybe
the
he just
first
readapted that
right.
story and added Cam to the narrative.
Yeah.
I also don't know, at that point I was dating for 2 years or 2.5 years. 2 years. I don't know why you wouldn't like just say like, bro, I hate it. Right?
Well, yeah.
Well, he also won't tell me if he doesn't like what I cook.
Okay, so here's the thing about that.
Because he'll be like, oh no, it's great. And then like he looks like the saddest man ever like while he's eating
No,
it. I'm
because,
like,
see, dude, if someone cooks for you, they do it with love, and
Yeah.
you gotta respect that the time they put in for you, and you like in the moment you have to,
but
you
no,
have
he'll
to
just tell me like
say-
months later.
And then weeks later, I'm like, yeah, that fucking dude. She made
You're
like, what did you make?
Jackfruit
tacos. That shit sucked, dude. It was the worst thing I've ever had, and
'Cause
she knows it. She
they were
admitted it.
gross. Well, and the thing is that
But
I
when
was
I
like,
ate it, I wasn't gonna be like, yeah, fuck this, I don't want it. No, I was like, yeah, it's good, it's good, it's really good,
I feel bad because every time I cook for Arjun, he likes my food.
No, but I haven't told you that I haven't that I don't.
Because
because he
like
would
it.
tell you, he would tell you
I'd tell
randomly
you.
out of nowhere, like months later when you've entirely forgotten about it.
Like I'd give it a week or two and be like, listen, man.
That was
Listen.
not it.
Yeah. But I haven't done that, so your food's good.
Yeah, you're in the
Okay.
clear for now.
I don't know. I think I might
What do
be
you think?
playing myself with this Takla Tommy thing, but I'm so certain that the first one was someone cut his hair, he didn't like it, so he went bald.
So you think?
They might have readapted.
I mean, yeah. Like
maybe
the
it happened
chances of that exact thing happening.
well, maybe not
again.
exact, right? Again,
But
I
like
mean,
it was kind of like.
I also the fact like he said, oh yeah, Cam cut my hair, I didn't love it, so I shaved. It sounds familiar, but also I feel like he
It's
might.
believable. It's really
Yeah.
like it's like cutting hair is hard and like it's not like
Yeah.
And
I
his hair
thought-
is not forgiving.
I
No, I
actually
just
believed
thought
her
that, so,
because,
like-
dude, her grandfather's a barber. Right?
Yeah, and my dad like actually like also he's cut his hair his own life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm like,
What did
so
you
maybe
use the-
she's really good at cutting hair and they're just
maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just. I
like,
have this,
no,
there's like this
like-
voice that's telling me it's false, and I might be playing myself.
That's.
But okay, what
I
did you
think
use to
it's-
cut his hair?
Well, okay. With all my other friends, like they had proper like shears.
Yeah.
Arjun has never had proper anything.
Don't you have like a face trimmer?
So like
yeah.
it was a bit of that. It was a
Okay.
bit of like random scissors that we borrowed. Like
Oh no.
Dude.
Whose scissors did you borrow to
Yeah.
cut his
Who?
hair?
Where did you?
There were some black girls that lived upstairs.
Okay.
and they were like, "Yeah, I've cut my own hair." I'm like, "Oh, I trust you because your hair looks great."
Okay.
Yeah.
They were good. They were good scissors, but like it was the medley, I think.
And you
that-
got it in your bathroom.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was in the tub and she cut it. Which I realize is a really stupid thing, dude,
Why?
because barbers have a giant mirror in front of them to
Yeah,
make sure that they're
you should.
doing it well.
But I didn't want to get hair everywhere.
Yeah.
But the
Because
tub
like
is
using a
terrible because-
Swiffer doesn't help.
But
Yeah.
did you like then sweep it out of the tub?
No, I have like a those things
Drain
that
sink
Collect.
thing?
like
Okay.
collects it because like
Okay.
all my hair. Yeah.
Yeah. See, when I cut my hair at home, we put down like newspaper and then we picked it up. So we were in front of a mirror.
My
That's
dad
what we
does this
did when
thing
we
where he
shaved
tucks
my
in
head.
like
Yeah.
he tucks in an old T-shirt in the front and the
Uh-huh.
sides and then the
Oh,
back.
okay, nice.
I don't know. See,
We've bamboozled them.
it sounds
Trust
so
whatever.
true. It makes sense that it's true. Like it's not an unbelievable
Yeah,
story.
it's not.
And I feel like I might be playing myself by saying it's false. But
The whole
yeah,
That's one.
yeah, that's what's throwing me.
Yeah.
That's why this was genius. It's making me doubt my memory. I don't know whether on that call Arjun said, yeah, I just got, I was like,
He would have told you, right? He would have like mentioned.
He would have
maybe.
mentioned
If he
it, but-
told you everything else, he would have mentioned that.
he would have either said, Cam cut my hair, I didn't love it, so we shaved it off, or he said, I was getting really long, I could go to the barber, so I was like, fuck it, I got bored, let's do it. That's what I can't remember what happened. That's
I
what
feel like
my-
this whole podcast is you guys gaslighting
But
each
why
other.
would
Yeah, literally.
Why would he, like, if he told you, he would have remembered that he told you this is true.
I mean, maybe
so why
not.
would he, like.
Because it's like, it's not, because he remembered that I knew about Takla Tommy clearly, because he ended the story with Takla Tommy too.
Yeah, but you were so excited for, talking.
I don't remember.
So-
I mean, I didn't.
You don't remember the conversation with Ahmad?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
Because I remember you were
Not
in India.
important.
Yeah, I
And
was
we
in
didn't.
India.
Yeah.
And I remember
So-
I called you after I saw that video. I called you. I don't know. What do you think?
What's
I-
the gut feeling?
I think it's, like,
True?
true, but I also feel like.
I also think it might be true and
You
I'm
should.
displaying myself. I think, would they also, you have to think about it this way, would they tell a fake couple story first? If they were going to tell one?
What if both our couple stories are fake? though?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Would they do that?
But the way
What
that
if
they
both
told
of
it
them are
together,
true,
it didn't
though?
seem like they were making it up on the spot.
Okay. What is your gut saying? See,
I don't know, it says true, but like, what does yours say?
let's say, should we?
Okay,
let's. Yeah, fuck it, let's say
Okay,
false.
false.
We're locking it false.
Okay.
It's locked in.
Drum roll, locked in. Audience, lock in your answers. What is it?
What?
It's true, isn't it?
It's false.
Oh, it's false.
Oh,
It's false.
Okay.
It's false.
Yay.
No
Yeah.
way,
Well
okay.
guessed.
He would never let me cut his hair.
Yeah. That was
But my grandpa's actually a barber.
That was a convincing story.
that
I
was
thought-
very
so I
convincing.
thought that
No,
I
you
would-
guys were like in
Yeah.
sync with everything.
I tried to throw you off so my plan was to not bring up the Takla Tommy thing and then
Uh-huh.
have you come to your own conclusion and be like, oh, but I remember the Takla Tommy thing,
Yeah.
and then you'd have figured it out your own, and then you'd have thought
Yeah.
that it's true. But then I
Okay.
fucked up and I reminded you about the
No,
Takla.
so the moment you started telling the story, I knew it was going to end with Takla Tommy. And so if
Yeah.
you had it Tommy, Takla Tommy, I'd be like, no, he's messing about.
Right.
Is what I remembered true about the first Takla Tommy, about
Is
someone
that
cut
true?
your hair, you didn't like it, so you shaved it? Or you got some haircut?
I don't think I think that's a falsehood that
I
you
just made
invented.
that up,
Yeah.
No, or did
'Cause-
you get a haircut, you didn't like it?
That was no. That
I
I
don't
don't
know
think.
why I
I
thought
think
that
that's
was-
a total falsehood. I think so. But I just shaved my head because after 10th grade, I was like, fuck it.
Then shave it.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay, well, so I played myself, but I played myself correctly.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, crazy, dude. That was a wild round. That play
That was good. Yeah, good. Well played, guys.
Well played.
You guys figured it out.
Yeah. So that's 2-1. Wild.
2-1. Damn.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear your
All
couple
correct
story.
guesses so far.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wait, which one?
let's tell this. So this is the story of the first time we met and like our first kiss, basically, right? Whoa. Spoiler for the ending.
Whoa.
Right? First time meeting, first kiss, crazy. Okay. The listeners of the last podcast know that I met Inaya during lockdown, right? And so, basically, we started talking. I'm not going to tell you the exact stipulations around it because I want to tell the story later, but we started talking and then we only ended up meeting.
About 5 months
Yeah.
or 6 months after we started talking.
Yeah, so like a while after because Inaya flew back to Boston.
Yeah, I went back for the semester and then I flew back for break in December.
Yeah, and I was obviously in Bombay. And so we had been talking, dare I say we were flirting a little bit, just, it was, and I think, so we had tried to meet before Inaya left.
Yeah, but it didn't work out. So.
Yeah, it didn't really work out. I was kind of COVID paranoid and, I was leaving soon and so she didn't, so we were just like virtual friends.
Yeah,
right?
friends. Yeah.
And so Inaya flies back and at that point leading up to her return we had been like talking a lot, I think, like more and more, and basically she got home and we confessed feelings for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but over the
Pretty much.
phone. Okay, so before we had even met each other in person, we had said like, "Oh, haha, I have a crush on you."
I like you.
Yeah, basically.
Do you like me?
Yeah, basically.
Basically, I've realized a lot of my game is like from the 5th grade. To be honest, but
Literally.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard this guy was like a huge stud in the 5th grade, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and
I didn't grow out of it. So, that's my game has always been that, right? So, I was supposed to be flying somewhere. I was supposed to be going like on a family trip, which got cancelled. And so I thought initially like I would only meet Inaya like 7 days after she returned or whatever, because I'd be gone for a week. But I ended up meeting her like 2 or 3 days, like 3 days. And it was like December 11th.
Yeah.
I want to say. So, I was still COVID paranoid, but Inaya had just been tested because she'd gotten off a plane and she had been like at home for like 2 or 3 days. I had also just gotten tested, and so she was like, okay, I still
Note that I stayed home and didn't meet my other friends because he was COVID paranoid.
Yeah, she,
Wow.
So I
was
made
very
sure
sweet.
to not.
So sweet.
And so she said, okay, why don't you come over? And so I was like, okay, sounds good. And you know what? Let Inaya tell her side of the story until I got there, then I'll tell mine.
Yeah, I was just like really, really fucking nervous, but because I had been speaking to this guy for so long, but I didn't know what he was like in person at all. So I just was mentally preparing myself for like 4 days before that, just trying to like be on my. But then when we actually met, I feel like the second we met, it was really easy. Like it didn't, like all the nerves just disappeared.
Wow.
For me, I think I remember I got there, like I got to the address of Inaya's building, and I asked my car to like stop on the side for a bit. I asked Pandey to stop on the side for a bit, and I was just like, okay, I need a minute to like figure this out. Like, I was trying to call my friend up. I was like, bro, what do I do? What do I say? Like, I'm fucking shitting bricks here. Then eventually I was like, okay, you know what? Let's full send it. And so I thought, I'd be there for like an hour or two, and
We didn't have a plan. He
Yeah.
was just gonna come
just
home.
show up.
Like my sister was working in her room. My mom was in and out of the house. My dad was at work, and my cats and me were just chilling. And he just like came home.
I just appeared.
Appeared.
Right? And I was so nervous. I get there.
Wait, so did you like meet her family in
Yeah.
that moment, like the first
No,
time?
no,
you,
no. I think he
I
like
did.
bumped into my mom.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, he bumped into my mom.
And
they
your
just
sister.
and my sister.
Yeah.
But it was just like hi, hello. They knew that we were meeting for the first time, so
Okay.
they were like not planning to intimidate anybody.
And you know me, I'm very easily spooked. So, anyway, we get there and like we just spent 4 hours. I think like it was way too long doing nothing.
He showed me cops and robbers,
I
like
did.
his
Typical
Jesus.
cinema kid.
Yeah.
Jesus. And a few others. His USC acceptance film.
Yeah, you
Got
see
you.
it.
What
You
is
see
this?
it. That's our move. That's
Yeah,
the,
bro.
Yeah, it's a card you play. Ilana played the piano for me because she's a pianist. Yeah, and we played with her cats and yeah, it was just really wholesome. I was so fucking nervous the entire time, and I wasn't sure if I should kiss her or not. Right, like I was just like, should I not? And I think towards the end when I was like going to leave, she like kissed me on the cheek, and so I was like, okay, you
Because
know.
he wasn't. I was looking at his face. I was really close to him, looking at his face. He was wearing his shoes, and he wasn't looking like at me in my face. He was just kind of like looking away and like, oh yeah, like oh I'm gonna like leave now. And so
I took so long to put my shoes on because she would kiss
yeah,
me.
so I kissed him on the cheek to give him like an indicator that like okay, like you know it's okay, like it's
Green
fine,
light.
like yeah.
I didn't see it as a green light still. And so I sort of like, I turned to her a few times and every time I turned to her I thought she was turning away. So I was like, oh fuck, you know, I fluffed it. Like I
And I
should not
thought he
have,
was doing the same.
I should not have, I shouldn't kiss her or whatever. So eventually we have a way too long of a hug basically. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go now. Haha. And then I left.
Yeah.
I just hurried away. And then I'm in the Uber, I'm in my car on the way home and I called my friend. I was like, bro, I fluffed it for sure. Like, I don't know what that was. Like, I got so awkward towards the end. Like, I've ruined my chances. And then Inaya goes ahead and she tweets, right? She tweets, so there was this song that we had both, like, she had introduced me to. And the first lyric
What
of this
about
song is, I'm sorry that I didn't kiss you, but it's obvious I wanted to. And so she goes ahead and
Claro,
Yeah.
Bubblegum by
Bubble-
Claro. So
Yeah.
amazing
Wow.
song.
so she goes home, she goes and tweets, plays Bubblegum by Claro on repeat or whatever, and I was like, ha!
On my private Twitter, so I was
Yeah.
very targeted towards one
It was a
person.
subtweet. But then at that point, okay, I knew. And then I think she went like off with her friends somewhere. And then when she came back, I got tipsy with my friends Monday night, and I called her up and I was like, I wish I had kissed you, but I didn't. And then she was like, okay, I'm coming over tomorrow. And then she came over tomorrow, and then you think I'd kiss her, but instead she kissed me, and that's how the story ended. Yeah,
Nice.
that's right. Is there anything else to add?
No, that was about it. And
Yeah.
then I made fun of him for like a while after that.
Good. As
Yeah.
you should.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, I never make the first move. You know, I never make the first."
Yeah,
move."
I told her like I just
Which
if you
is
want, I had
Well,
sort of
just
pre-warned her.
You know
Yeah.
how it is these days, you know.
What does that even mean?
No, it's more so I
I'm
just
just joking, but
I'm
no,
just,
I think it's super
pussy.
believable that.
Wait, is that your
um,
gut? That's your gut instinct?
That's
is
my
believable?
gut. Yeah. What do you think, though?
So I was looking at both of your faces,
okay.
and I don't know what you guys look like when you're lying, but I do know that every time that you have someone on the show, you always ask for dates and years.
Yeah.
And you included a date, which makes me want to think that it's fake because you threw it in there just to, like, destabilize us.
What was the date? What-
December 11th.
11th, yeah.
That was. I know that is around the time that they were, like, coming together. I think. Right.
I
don't
feel
know.
like some of it, I feel like there are aspects that are true, but I don't, my gut is that it's false.
So after you met, almost instantly, Aman took off and went to college, to USC.
Yeah,
Well,
Barely 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah.
no,
and
I left
I
before me.
like
Oh.
yeah,
It was
like
a
two,
month,
2
dude.
days before.
It was a month because you got home December 11th. And
Yeah,
you
and
left
I
Jan 12th.
and then in the middle I went on a vacation.
Did
as
Dubai,
well.
yeah. So she was in and around Bombay for a month, but like we only met maybe 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, 4 or 5 times.
Okay.
That
Before.
I feel like is true. That part is true. Because I remember you guys saying something, like, I remember you guys, like, not meeting for, like, a really long
Yeah.
time. Where did you go on vacation?
I didn't. She went. I was in
I went to
Bombay the whole
Dubai.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
we weren't traveling at all because my family was COVID paranoid.
Yeah.
I do know this is true.
Yeah.
I honestly think this is. I think this is true.
I do not think it's true.
Show me how you play the piano. Show me how your hands are.
What? That's a lie. That's a lie. Okay. For people on the podcast, I'm playing Prelude by Chopin.
It's good form. It's good form.
Yeah.
Because when I learned how to play the piano, the only thing I remember from when I was a kid is that you have to hold your hands like you're holding two apples.
Yeah, like a ball, and then you
Yeah.
put it on top, and then.
Good form.
She plays
So I believe that.
I
okay.
believe she plays the piano.
that
That was never.
No, it's little.
Never a
It's
concern.
little things like this, you know, that I think it's
How many
true.
cats do you have?
I have 2 cats.
2 in
Okay.
Bombay and 1 in...
Do you want to say the names just so she doesn't think it's
Yeah,
bad?
so she has 2 in Bombay, Cola and Ginger, and then 1 in Boston named Mars, like the planet.
Okay, but
Oh,
why
that's a
would
good-
why would she lie about that? You know, like see the piano thing's at least related to the story. Like they
I
played
feel like
piano
the
and they
first
showed each other
part
films
was
or whatever.
true, and then the second part.
The
I
guest.
feel like
The
you guys.
kiss.
I feel like you guys actually kissed the first time.
Mm.
That's my gut instinct because like there's just so much tension. You guys have been like apart for 5 months. Like
But I definitely believe the part that Alman didn't go for the kiss.
I think that you initiated it, but I just don't. I mean, granted, the first time we met, like, like our story is very different, not very romantic.
But no, I think it's true. Fuck.
Oh, this is hard because he's. I know. Are you like how set are you on it being true?
Why do you think it's true?
Yeah, give me.
I just believe all the parts of it. The details seemed believable. Like all the details were true. But I'm guessing like I don't know. Like there's.
But
so
there
much
were
of
some
it.
discrepancies
What?
because you said that you met her parents or you met like her family there, and then you were like he didn't, or like it's like nebulous. Like that answer was very nebulous, and like
Yeah.
I do think you mentioned something about your family going on vacation as far as like the days.
Yeah,
I have an
right?
interesting
Right?
question. I have an interesting question.
Okay.
Right? Are you finished with this line of questioning?
Yeah, whatever. I'm done.
Okay. So you met a couple times after this point, right?
Yeah.
And did you always meet at each other's houses?
Yeah, because COVID was really bad.
Was it
in
at your
India.
house specifically? Mostly?
No.
So-
Most of the times it was at mine, but I did go to his a couple
Twice
of
or
times.
thrice. Our
So
first
twice or
date-
thrice, but you've only met 5 times after that point.
No, we met maybe
Yeah, we met like
6 or 7. There was one time we didn't meet at anyone's house, and we met.
So how many times did you meet at her house?
So the first time I met her, maybe like
4 times.
Yeah, 4 times.
Probably 4.
Did you meet
4
Rhubarb?
times.
I did meet Rhubarb.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
you
think he
met
liked me.
all of her family members in these 4 times?
The first day I met her mom and sister. The second time I was there, I met her dad, who.
Okay.
Again,
scared
they
me.
bumped into each other.
No, that
Like
was terrifying.
physically?
Well,
That was the question.
That's like a meet cute.
Because
I did
Aman
not-
told
I
me
didn't- he
that
did
her
not
dad
stare.
is like
Yeah.
ripped.
Yeah.
so Javed, Uncle Inaya's father, was wearing a tank top with his guns out.
He wears tank tops at home. With
Yeah, and obviously it was appropriate attire for where we were.
It's
not-
his house.
Yeah, it's his house. I'm not trying to. But the thing is, I haven't met her dad yet. And I sort of scuttle out
And
of
I
Inaya's
obviously
room.
didn't tell him, like, hey, by the way, my dad is ripped. Like,
Yeah. And I scuttle out of Inaya's room. And I see her dad, and I just freeze, right? And her dad's like, "Hi, how are you? Do you want tea?" And I was like, "No, haha, I need to leave."
yeah, my dad said, should I make you a cup of chai? And he was like, no.
I didn't say no. Okay, it wasn't that. I was like, "No, thank you, uncle. I'm sorry. I need to run." And I sort of laughed. But okay, I mean that wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay, how are you feeling?
Fuck, man. Now, I don't know, bro.
Because I'm pretty set. Like I don't.
You think- what is
I'm
it?
not wavering. I don't think it's true.
You
Or I
don't
think
think-
I think the overall is not true. I think there are true details.
Dude, I think it's true. Like
Because
the
it
whole
feels like
thing
there's
is
some
true. Fuck.
conflicts, but also that happens in true stories. So like, well, now you're making me second guess myself.
Okay. Fuck.
I have
What's-
better judgment than you. You don't remember anything.
What are you talking about?
I think this has come up like on so many podcasts where he's like, my memory is shit.
Yeah, he
Because
does
it
say
is.
that.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard it as well, as a fan of the podcast.
And like,
That's true. My memory is bad, but what does that have to do with me being able to like
Discern?
my memory's bad?
no, it's impaired.
No, but I think it's true. I just believe like all the things that happen, like these characters feel like real characters that I know, you know. Especially Aman, you know, and I'm getting to know you, and I feel like you kind of. It seems like something that would happen, you know. Give him a peck on the cheek, but you know, doesn't.
Another
respond.
thing was that your demeanor changed with this story. With the first story, like I don't know, it felt more like urgent, whereas this one felt more. Also, it could be because you guys were talking at the same time, but I feel like this was more calculative. Like
I'm sticking to true. You have to convince me otherwise.
I'm so convincing.
Okay, this is on you. If it's false, then I'm
fine.
gonna
I'll go with you, but
throw you off the building, dude.
because you're always wrong. I just
with
believe in
false?
you.
You're gonna go with
Oh
false?
no, I'll go with whatever you think it's
okay,
true.
now it's a little.
No, the pressure's on you is the problem.
All right, I'll say true then. I'm gonna go with true.
We're locking in true.
True. We're locked
Are you
in
sure?
true. Now I just know that if it's false, I'm gonna fucking get a punch in the nose, dude.
I don't. No, you can't say that on air. I don't hate you. I will hold it against you forever, though. That is
So
true.
you've locked in true?
Locked in, yeah.
Okay, it is. No, it's true.
Oh,
It's
okay.
true.
Okay.
I fucking told you, bitch. I told you.
I was hoping we could show you exactly what I was hoping for happened with like he's so watching a pussy that's just not possible. You know, but no, it is possible. It happened. I was hoping I was just hoping I could show you because I've told you similar-ish stories, so I was hoping
Yeah.
you'd think I was. But yeah, no, that happened.
Because I feel like the stories you've told me based on your interactions and stuff with her in the beginning at least was like, you know, kind of lined up, you know, and so I figured, but yeah, well played with the like, you know, the details and.
Well, now my understanding.
Cam got tricked. Dude.
All of the shit that I've gathered from the story game has just been thrown out the window. I feel so groundless.
So I did say we were supposed to go on vacation to Goa. And then
Okay.
that got cancelled. That's where the vacation thing came in.
Okay,
But
'cause I was
wanna,
like-
clarify that.
And
Wow.
Arjun totally forgot it. He totally
Yeah,
forgot it.
So I was just like.
I pay attention to what I need
No,
to
he
pay
does
attention to, and I got it right. So
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, damn. That
well
was
played.
Good.
Well
That was
played.
good.
All right.
Badly played. Badly played, Cameron. Well played, me and Aman in and out.
So 2-2 going
2-2.
into the final round.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. We're just gonna confer for a second.
Are we conferring? No.
Okay. Okay. So this is our next story. This happened in sophomore year. It was kind of like in the
The
beginning.
year was 2017 still.
That's
Was
No.
impossible.
It was 2018.
Yeah.
It was 2018.
I know that's fake because I know he met you in 2018.
It was
so.
2018.
Anyway, we had just started dating. First couple weeks we were dating, and so we were just also like we're trying to figure out the relationship. We're also like I think it was just around the time that I became boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, we
with
like had just
Cameron.
become exclusive.
And anyway, so not really. I think this is still in that gray area phase. I'm not sure if we're like explicitly like we're dating now, but you know how it is. It's all
No,
up
it was
in
like
the
in
air.
October.
Yeah, it was like I don't know, whatever it was. It was
You were
the gray
exclusive
area.
but not dating.
So,
Yeah, I feel like-
apparently I just found out there's a difference.
Yeah, no, there is.
But no.
It's a difference.
Anyway, we're in a gray area, and at this point I was kind of like
But we're hanging out. We like each other. That's like abundantly clear.
maybe,
We're
you know,
like-
like maybe. And
What?
no, as in like that's what I thought at the time. Like I was like, you know, I gotta, you know, whatever. The point is, this is why the story happened, right? So we didn't know. It was unsure.
Yeah.
It was a little unsure. You know, there's a hint of uncertainty.
But we were hanging out regularly.
And anyway, so I felt deathly ill one day. This was
And like
I
we were
don't know.
texting regularly and like
No, we weren't. No, I remember this because I wasn't a
Semi-regularly.
texter. No,
because I remember talking to my mom about it.
So yeah, Cameron and her mother. So Cameron's very close to her mother, and she does a lot of like
Gossiping.
with her mother, and her mother's really nice woman, but you know she
Susan's
can
not listening to this.
get a little. No, she's amazing. She's really nice. She can get a little paranoid. Okay. But anyway, I fell deathly ill. Okay, one of these days, and I had this horrible throat, like horrible.
Mind you, this is also when he's smoking a ton of weed.
Okay.
I woke up one morning. My throat is killing me, and I go to the sink and I like cough up phlegm and I spit, and there's blood in the sink, and it's like I'm freaking out. Like it's scary to me, right?
Yeah.
And I just, I skateboard over, and I think I had a midterm or something the same day or some shit like that, right? And I skate over to the health center or whatever, and I go to the doctor and stuff, and, he does the whole thing, and for a second, I thought I had, like, throat cancer based off the doctor's reaction and stuff, but whatever. The point, it was just some pustule or something burst, like I had, like, I don't know what it was. But then I go back to the dorm, and Cam is like, or no.
Okay, you didn't even know what all happened.
A couple days passed, and I was recovering
days
from
passed,
this.
I haven't heard from him. I think I knew he wasn't feeling well. Like, I know he was like, he has a shit immune system. So I was like,
she didn't know that.
I knew you weren't feeling well.
She was texting me
because
at the
remember
time.
I made you soup, and then you were
she
like,
was texting me to hang out, and I was like, I'm sick. So leave me alone, kind of in a nicer way,
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my god, he's ghosting me. He's trying to find like a nice way to ghost me, and like me and my mom are like we're talking about it,
plotting.
We're plotting because I'm like, I don't know, Mom. Like, I don't know if I did something weird. Like, I don't know if he's just like not feeling anymore. I really liked him, and she's like, oh well,
Her mom's like, he's gonna break up with you.
Well, okay, no. It takes
It's
a while
over.
to get there. It takes a while to get there because she's like, how often have you guys been texting? And I'm like, we text fairly regularly. It's not like every day, but like we do text. She's like, well, you guys have been seeing each other like every like couple of days or like every week. Like, this is weird. I'm like, it is weird. And she's like, I think he's trying to let you down easy. I'm like, no, Mom. He's not trying to let me down. He likes me. And she's like, well, then why would he not want you to bring him soup? And I'm like,
and like, so this
you
is
raise
also
a good point,
in the
because who
beginning-
doesn't accept soup?
Yeah, that is true. I can back that.
This is the beginning of
Who
the
the fuck
relationship,
is like,
and like I don't
I
want
am
her
not
to see
accepting
me
your
in my like
kindness.
dilapidated
Dilapidated
state. I'm like in bed, eyes barely open, like I'm just.
But at this
trying to
point, I didn't
fucking
know how like
survive
pitiful
here.
of a sick person he can be. Like, he's literally, it's so sad.
Anyway, like a week or so passes, and I get better, and then eventually
But at this point, like, I think I'm broken up. Like, I fully don't think I'm in a relationship at this point, or whatever the fuck we were doing.
Right, yeah.
Like, me and my mom have like already started mourning the relationship. Like, Taylor Swift is on all my playlists. I remember my roommate came in my room and I was like literally on the floor, and she was like,
she's so dramatic, dude.
Aw.
She's
I am very dramatic. And she was like, what's going on? I'm like, that guy that like is always here. Well, like, you didn't really come over that much, actually.
But anyway,
But like, she's like, I was like, that guy that's like been around, because like I dated a lot before Arjun, like the semester, like right before I met him, I was dating like several people, and they were like, oh yeah, you really like this guy, and like you just didn't give a shit about anyone else, so this is a big deal. I've never seen you like this, like you've never really cared.
and then I hit her up randomly,
And he
after
goes,
the week.
LOL. Wait, what was it?
What? I don't know what I
No,
said.
you sent me the most ridiculous text after like literally thinking that I'm not in a relationship, like thinking that he's either dead or like.
And I was just like, yo,
I got the
like,
craziest story for you. That's what you said.
yeah, something like that. I was just like, lol, doctor told me I had throat cancer or whatever, some dumb shit, right?
Yeah.
And
And,
then
like-
she freaks out at me, whatever the fuck. She's like, you're gonna break up, or whatever the fuck happens,
Yeah.
right? And then
like I get in a fight with my mom because I'm like, you led me astray. Like, we were both so sad for no reason. Like, this whole thing could have been easily avoided. I still bring it up to this day where I'm like, do you remember when you almost caused me and Arjun to break up?
So, then did you ask her out?
yeah, that was. I mean,
He never properly asked me to be his girlfriend. My roommate was like, oh, you and your boyfriend, when he was there, and I was like, well, I guess we need to
no,
talk
so
about
this
this.
this was the thing that I'm talking about, that I thought there was a difference, because I was like, hey, I've stopped sleeping with other people, so anyway, let's not get too personal. We should cut that out. But anyway, I was like, hey, like, I'm not seeing anyone else, like, let's do this. I thought that meant like that we're officially, together or whatever the fuck, right? And that's why I was like totally chill with being off the grid for a little bit. And I thought
And
she'd
then
be
I
totally
was like
chill.
entirely like my world was just rocked. Like
Poor thing. Oh, poor thing. But that's her story. It's just the ridiculousness. Cam and her mother plotting.
no, we're so bad together.
Gets
Like all we
crazy,
do, like
dude.
it's like throwing like alcohol into a flame. Like
And it's crazy because Cam talks about our every fight with her mother, and now her mother hates me.
no, she does not. She very much likes you. They literally email.
Aw.
No, we used to email. We don't email anymore ever since these fights
No,
have been.
there was only one fight since you stopped emailing. They were emailing while he was in India and like long distance. Like that was bad. That was very bad.
Anyway, that's our story. I don't know why we got into the emails.
What do you think?
I believe them.
Yeah, I believe it also. I remember around the time they got together.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I felt like I was playing like the friend role in the rom-com because I hadn't met Cam, but Arjun had spoken to me
Right.
about Cam. I
Yeah.
remember all of this, and I remember him saying oh, I think we're dating or whatever, which I guess was just exclusive. But,
Apparently.
yeah. I remember this we were giving each other. I was giving him like a speech about love, and I was like, oh, when you talk about Cam, I can tell it's different, and it was very classic rom-com, which sounds so
Doesn't
cheesy
happen
now.
anymore.
But yeah,
We're making fucking.
yeah, I can. I mean, again, Arjun knows all of this, so maybe he's just like masterclass played us. But I won't feel bad about getting this one wrong. I can buy it. I think it's true.
Yeah, I believe it too, but I feel like there's like no.
Yeah.
So how many
You
days?
locking
What
in?
could they be lying about?
How many days did it take for you to text Cam?
It was a while. It felt like forever, but that also could have just been me being dramatic.
Like how long were you sick?
Yeah, was it like a week?
It
I
felt
don't
like
know.
2 weeks.
I think when I get sick, like I get fucked up for some
I don't
reason.
remember you being off the grid for 2 weeks, but you might have.
It was
Maybe
long.
a week.
It was it had to be over a week.
Probably a week. It was pretty bad. I mean, when I get sick, I get fucked up, and this was like the worst of them all.
Oh.
See, I don't remember that, but then again, I just don't remember Arjun's medical history, so I don't think that's something to go off. But that was a semester. It was sophomore year, first.
It was
sem.
first semester.
We didn't have any classes together. Oh, sorry, we didn't have any classes together, so I would not have even known if you were sick or not. But we also filmed together around that period. We made my documentary in Santa Monica. But maybe it was after that and you were sick. Because that's the only semester I didn't have a film class with you, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like you were literally sick that whole year. That was so bad.
I was, yeah.
I can say, I can back to though.
True.
Do you
Yeah,
have any
I
questions?
feel like it's
Are you
true as
locking it
well
in?
because I mean, it just like someone falls sick, they don't like really want to communicate with a lot of people. That makes sense.
He's really keen we lock it in though, which is throwing me
Yeah.
off.
No,
Like
yeah.
every time we say, are you locking it in? Are you sure? Just trying to jump to the answer, which is throwing me off. So you think
But
it's
also,
false?
like, if you're dating someone for 2 weeks, why would you bring like
We
soup?
had been
Like,
it's
No.
honeymoon
Because
phase,
she
dude.
cares.
I already had
right?
soup. I had already
Yeah.
made soup, and I was like, I made soup. Like, do you want some? And he was like,
I don't
That's
know.
not weird that I made soup.
If I'm, like,
I
think
make
it's
soup
pale,
frequently.
my hair's all messed up, got eye goo leaking out of my
Yeah, I was like,
nose and
like
shit.
he's this guy I've been talking
I'm
to
not gonna
for
be
like,
like,
a second.
Please come and have soup with me, and then
I was
obviously,
gonna deliver it and leave. I didn't want to be around you sick.
Y'all lived in the same building?
yeah,
He was upstairs. He was like directly above me.
which is crazy because we didn't even meet before.
Yeah.
No, you could have easily gotten soup. I
Yeah,
don't think
yeah,
that's
no.
weird at
Right?
all. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
so
like
no-
if they lived in the same. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes a difference.
Because I could have just left it outside
Yeah,
the door.
and he
Yeah.
knows that like.
What did your... Oh, you could have given it to his roommate. I don't... This
Yeah.
is not...
Yeah.
And like Oscar was in my class. Like,
You're so upset about the soup.
Yeah,
You're like,
it's
bro,
like,
this is not
take the
even.
fucking soup.
You should have taken the soup, bro.
No, man, I don't think I should have taken the soup because I was all fucked up and shit. And I thought, like, she'd want to hang out. Like, soup was like a connotation for, like, let's hang out, and talk or whatever the fuck, right?
Then I was like, I don't even want to see you. Like, I don't
I think
wanna
we
hang
should
out
ask
with
our
you.
listeners the hashtag soup or not soup. But tell us who's right
Good
on this
soup.
one.
You can call
good
Cam's
soup.
mom.
Yeah.
Verify.
Um,
It's 11 p.m. there. Might
well,
be
we're
asleep.
not going
She's
to actually
been
call
asleep.
Cam's mom. But
Dial in.
yeah. See, that was weird. Why would he say call Cam's mom and verify? That would just ruin the story, so that's against the rules. But
Yeah, well, no shit, you're not gonna call Cam's mom.
who knows, bro? We email sometimes.
Imagine, dude.
Everyone's just
Imagine.
in contact with my mom.
Replace emailing you with me. No, we share recipes. No. I don't know. I still think it's true. Like,
Yeah.
it's not. If they fool us, GG, good game. Like,
GG, yeah.
yeah. So can you back that?
I can back that.
Yeah, fuck it.
So
We'll say
you're locking
true.
it in?
Locked
Yeah.
in? All right, locked in.
Yeah. It's locked in. It's locked in.
Locked in.
Yeah.
Okay. It's true.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a
Stop it at
dick
the end.
Yeah.
who won't allow soup.
That's crazy, dude. I think you should take in the soup.
Same, I think.
Class, dude. We've gotten all correct.
Woo.
So we're in the clear now.
That's good. No, dude, I realized the soup thing fucked us up because no matter what happens, whether Cam was right about I should have gotten the soup, or whether I was right about whether I shouldn't have gotten the soup, it both points to the story being true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're foolish young people for saying that, dude. The
No, I
soup-
mean, you could have been like playing us. I don't think that's what
yeah,
true
we
was.
should have done it for a false story where we had an argument about something, whatever. That was good stuff. Good on calling that.
GG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, yeah. Okay, so
Okay. This one, Aman has been really excited to tell on the podcast.
because I didn't think I would ever tell this story, so this is kind of crazy.
Okay.
But then when I was ready to reveal it, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it on the podcast. So you don't know this yet. Might be the craziest thing I've ever done, and it's taken me quite a while to come to terms with it. Okay. This
Okay.
is like a reveal.
What the fuck?
Ooh.
So, I was just in Boston
Mm-hmm.
visiting
And Mishal,
and Mishal,
his brother.
my brother, and I has a tattoo, right?
So basically, I've been a huge fan of tattoos. I have one only, but I want to get like 10.
Yeah.
And I've been asking Aman for like
Is
5,
the tattoo
6
on your
months.
arm?
Yeah, it's right
okay.
there.
Okay, good. I didn't
like-
see it properly.
for like 5, 6 months. Been asking him to get a tattoo with me, but just I knew he'd say no, but just like okay, like one small thing, just like a tiny thing. Oh, will you ever get one yourself, just your own? He has a few ideas, but he's too scared to, or he just doesn't want to. He didn't believe in like marking his body permanently or something, right?
I don't know. I didn't think I could commit to a tattoo, and didn't being the key word here, because you know where the story is now going.
So we were at my friend's birthday, and
It was
so
like a house
naturally-
party.
Yeah. So naturally, we had a few drinks in us, and it was a really good night. Like
It was
it
a
was
really
actually in
good
the
night.
evening.
How many drinks?
I had like 3 because I can't have more than that.
Okay.
That's my.
But they were like light drinks,
And-
because
Just wanted to make sure because I remember that you had that
Drinking
issue
issue.
last
Yeah,
time.
the thing is, it was like we were both a good drunk. You know what I mean? Like it was
Yeah.
just like neither of us were like out of it or like over the like. It was just
Yeah.
the vibes were good. The
It was
weather
a
was good.
sundowner, so like
Yeah.
we'd been like with my friends for the
You know?
whole day.
And I like this kid Adit, whose birthday it was. Like I knew him kind of from Bombay. Like at this
Yeah,
point
he's one of
I-
my best friends.
Yeah, and I know some of his friends, so I was like comfortable, and I just seen my brother, and it was like it was a good day or whatever, right? And I was just like in such a good mood, and I was drunk. Like the next day I was hungover enough to prove that I was drunk.
Yeah, basically.
And basically, I was like, "Do you want to get a tattoo?" Right? Like
As a
she-
joke,
she
initially,
always-
as a joke. Like every time I'm drunk, I say like, let's do this one crazy impulsive thing, whatever it is. And he's usually like, no, like you're just saying this now
Yeah,
because
just
you're
like-
drunk, but the next day you're gonna,
Yeah,
or
he's
like,
gonna,
I'm
like,
not
shut the
down
fuck
for
up.
this. He's a
And-
little less spontaneous than I am.
I am.
So-
I'm a pussy, right? Like I couldn't even kiss her first, right? So like this is not.
He's just ragging on himself. Dude, poor guy.
No.
No, but literally, I was just like, yeah. And she was like, what? And I was like, let's do it. And she was like, no, you're going to regret. And I was like, no, trust me.
Yeah, then
like,
I felt bad. I was like, no, like, no, okay, I was just joking.
and I was like, no, let's do it. Like, so Ina's been wanting to get these like smiley face tattoos, like super
Just like
simple.
a little smiley
Like
face.
3 lines, okay?
Wait.
No,
Oh, no.
I
Okay.
love that.
So, okay, so
Oh, for our listeners, Cam just showed us that she has a frowny face on her lip.
Inside my lip, not outside.
I
That
think
would
it's
be
the
horrifying.
silliest thing ever. But
That's
anyway.
Yeah.
so basically,
Yeah.
the tattoo, I was like, I've like drawn it like on Ina's hand before, and it's just like two lines in a smile, right? So it's like a very basic smiley, and so we've joked about getting matching smiley tattoos before, and so Inaya had like gotten her ears pierced at this like tattoo parlor.
Yeah,
hourglass tattoo
in Boston.
And so she had like the card of like the woman who did like the piercing.
Yeah, I had her number. Like, yeah.
So this girl named Taylor, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I called her because I wasn't sure if they would, let us in immediately. So I called her and I asked her if we could come in, and she asked what we wanted. When I told her we just wanted like really tiny 1-inch smiley faces, she said, okay, cool, come in. So we went there right before closing.
Yeah.
And we designed it, but yeah, Aman basically like drew it on a paper, and then she made the scan thing of it, the print, whatever, the sticker.
Yeah.
Like that, whatever it is. And then, yeah, Aman
chose to get it on my back because I was like, I don't want to like.
Is it a tramp stamp?
No, it's like on my right shoulder.
Okay.
What the fuck? You got it?
Yeah.
Show me.
Well, I'm not.
Then the story's obviously true. You can't.
I can't show it.
What the fuck?
I'll show it to you after. Okay, so
Okay.
basically, or not show it to you after. But basically,
Shut the fuck.
He
You did not get a
So
tattoo.
he wanted it.
I thought this story is gonna be about how you backed out of it. No
No,
way.
so-
He literally said yes. You're not listening.
So he wanted it in a place where no one could see, like, basically.
Yeah.
Unless, so
I
that's why
haven't told you
it's-
the story because I wasn't gonna tell anyone.
Shut the fuck
Bro,
up, dude.
I just told my mom, which is why I'm telling it on the podcast.
Yeah.
I haven't told my dad yet. My brother like freaked out. But yeah, basically I got it on my right shoulder, like right here. And then
I got mine on my rib cage.
and they shaved my hair because I'm a hairy
Yeah, they have to
man.
shave
they have to
before, yeah.
And they did it and it hurt a little
And
bit.
the shaving took a little longer for Aman than the actual tattoo.
Okay, yes. And it was super quick and I woke up the next day so hungover and pissed. I was like, what the fuck did I do last night? Like, how do I get... And then I basically had to like calm me down. She was like, it's just our secret. You don't have to tell anyone, blah, blah, blah. And it's taken me about 3 weeks to sort of come to terms with it. And then
Yeah, for the first week, I feel like when it was healing and stuff, like he was like, I think actually a bit pissed because he was just like, oh, it's like peeling, and it's just a part of the healing process. Like you have to moisturize it and all of this. And
I was in
he
Boston.
didn't want it to be there, so he just didn't want to take care of it either.
Yeah.
But now I think he's happy with it, right?
I mean, it's now just a cool story. That I can
Like,
tell
I'm
you
pretty
about.
happy with
Arjun
mine.
doesn't believe me at all.
I do not believe this at all, but
This is-
this is just such a ridiculous thing. I can't
Well, wait,
buy
are
it,
you guys
man.
finished?
Yeah.
Well, basically, now we have these tattoos.
Yeah.
Because my impulse is to say it's not true because I don't feel like you would get a tattoo.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, it's on your back, especially.
I feel like
I didn't want to see
you
it.
got a tattoo. This is me pointing to Naya.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm
Where's your
did it.
tattoo?
She on her
On rib
ribs.
cage.
On the rib cage?
Mm-hmm.
Which
And in the front or the back?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
like this is where I have one there.
No, but your rib cage is like can also be
No,
here,
but
right?
like
Yeah,
every,
but
but
you
mine
see
like
it
when
here?
you get,
Mine
it's like
is not
here.
front.
Mine is here.
Because I don't care
Whatever,
about mine being
guys.
seen.
Where is it exactly?
But
show
if
it,
you-
show
but
it
he
to me.
can't-
Inaya point it out.
Okay.
Alman point it out now?
This area.
Like, yo, but I don't know. Like, it was
Dude, I just...
maybe the craziest
The
thing
premise
I've ever
of
done.
this
Because I
story
can't. Arjun won't
is-
even get a tattoo, and like Arjun's
Yeah.
whole thing is being like, oh, like I'm like so cool, like I'm
I was
bad boy.
I was exactly like that, and it was like
In that moment. Like,
literally, it's. I've been saving this story for the podcast. I wanted to see your reaction, but my brother was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
he didn't
obviously.
believe him, obviously, as
Yeah.
well, until he showed it to
Until
him,
I
which
showed
he,
it, yeah.
Dude, 'cause
Yeah.
the weird thing is, like, you guys are starting to convince me now. Even though I
I'm not
know
convinced,
that this is
but
false.
also yeah.
Like, I know this is false, but somehow I'm doubting myself right now. This
Bro.
is fucking ridiculous,
I
dude.
literally told my mom this weekend. Like it's been a journey to get here.
And by the time this podcast comes out, you're gonna tell your dad.
Yeah, my
You
dad
have
will
to.
know. Yeah, because
Yeah.
now it's gonna be on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm hoping my mom does it first.
Okay, well now.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
Oh.
Just shut the
Here's
fuck
the
up,
thing.
dude.
This is also why
Now you're making me
I was so
second guess it.
keen on this episode because I wanted Inaya here to tell the story and I wanted to see your
Oh,
reaction.
that's true, dude. He was kind of fucking pushing.
The girlfriends.
The duel.
Oh, yeah, sorry, the duel of the day.
I don't know, man. Shit. What do you think, man?
So like I was gonna go. I was going with false. I was feeling it felt false because like I mean it's small.
It's 1 inch.
But, like,
yeah.
You literally would not get a tattoo. And, like, your whole
Just
thing
wouldn't
is...
do. Okay, let's ask some questions,
like-
alright? Let's trip them up.
What are the other tattoos you want? Would they
So-
all be small?
Yeah. So
How could you think that we would believe this? No,
I mean, that's
sorry.
so the if I ever get another tattoo or whatever, what I want is
False. It's so false, dude. I can
I
tell.
want a paper boat.
No, this
That's
is
my
definitely true.
I want like that's
Just
my
Oh,
paper
is
boat.
it
No,
Anaya?
no,
Is
the
it?
paper, no, the paper
Oh, okay,
boat,
okay.
the paper boat. I'm
Where
not
would
talking
you
about
get the
story.
paper boat? Would it also be... Okay.
on my hand. Like that was the thing, but and now because I got this tattoo, like I'm more
What made you choose your back?
because when I was drunk and I was just like, I don't want it on my hand or whatever. Like and so I was like, let me get it somewhere I can't see it. I didn't want it on my butt or I didn't want a tramp stamp.
Yeah, I said butt first.
Yeah, and I was really keen on this being a butt tattoo.
Or thigh.
And I was like, no.
Yeah, I
don't
feel like
want
that's like the go-to for guys who
Yeah.
get like weird tattoos.
Yeah, but I don't want
or
like,
like
a
don't
smiley,
want like a
smiley
visible.
near my like genitalia, right? So I was just like, no, and then I like, Inaya or the tattoo artist or whatever was like, what about your back? And I was like, yeah, okay, I could do back. I
I
also
think
didn't
it
want
was
it to
scale.
hurt. Yeah,
Yeah.
Is yours the same size?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same thing, just
same
different
design.
placement.
Yeah.
Okay, second thing. This tattoo parlor was close to closing, right?
Yeah.
What time was it when you arrived at the
It's like
tattoo parlor?
9:30.
Yeah.
Maybe?
9:30.
Yeah, shut
Yeah,
it
around
down.
They'll do
Yeah,
that.
shut-
Yeah.
But I
closing
called
time.
her. I called her around like 8:30 because I wanted to make sure, right?
Yeah.
And she said she had a client, so that's why we went like
She
an
was like,
hour
yeah.
later. Everything in Boston is super close by, so it was like
It
15-minute
really is.
drive.
Uber, yeah.
That checks out. I was just there.
Yeah, like 15-minute drive, and then because it took like
But what,
under a minute.
what time was the party? Because you guys went to a party.
It was
Yeah,
sundown,
sundown. So it started at like 4.
Oh, okay.
And it was
Yeah.
he lives in the same building as Naya,
Yeah,
and it was
so
at his house.
yeah, it was
Started at 4, and
But
it was
we,
a
like,
5-hour
Well,
party.
yeah,
but-
like it goes on.
The thing is, like, by the time we went to get the tattoo and stuff, like, it was happening. We had gone back up.
You drank 3 drinks in
I
5
drank
hours.
3. You
I
asked,
was
yeah.
good.
Okay.
I could only do 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I drank 3. I was good. I spaced
she
it
was-
out.
What did you drink? What did he have?
What was the
So,
drinks?
Gin is my go-to. So it was
And tonic or straight
gin
gin?
and soda is my thing.
Okay.
So I was
False. False.
like, gin and soda, and then they had made like Jello shots or whatever, which I was doing, which was
Yeah.
just like fun.
So
And
yeah.
then there was like a mimosa carafe thing, like orange juice and like
I believe the party, obviously, but
yeah.
no, I think it's
I don't know.
false,
That's an
dude.
early party.
No, I got like a sundowner. It's I don't know. It's a very common thing. I just went for like Jain and Datta's, which was a sundowner as well.
You think it's fake? You think it's false?
I don't know about the sundowner being false, but yeah, I think the whole like I can't buy you getting a tattoo at all,
No.
man. Not even
No,
in
I
your
just can't think of
drunkest
any
state.
of your
Like, it's
friends,
the
like any of
silliest
you
thing.
guys getting tattoos.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, I have friends who have tattoos.
But like Ozzy, of course, has tattoos.
No, Ozzy's tattoo, Oscar, Bryce, and
Yeah, but
literally all my
I have
friends.
a lot of friends who have tattoos as well.
Yeah.
My friend Yogi, Nirali, Mehak.
I think
Inaya.
the thing is that like Aman was so against it that when he said that he
I was
agreed
down,
to it,
yeah.
I didn't believe him either because I was just like, okay,
She's
you're
not
like
broke,
fucking
yeah.
around or
Yeah.
whatever, and then I tried to convince him to not do it
And I was
because
like, no, fuck it, let's do it.
I felt like I was forcing it, but
and honestly,
then I
this-
felt like if I forced it, like I don't know, he was
Arjun
just
is just
so
a
down.
hill you're willing to die on.
my steroid course had just ended and I was feeling good, right? And I'd been so sick those few weeks leading up to it, like everything was just like I could breathe and everything just felt right.
This seems like a
And
Claritin
I was
ad.
like, yeah, I was just like, you know what, fuck it, like this is like the
Gosh.
time, like I'm 22, this is the time to do shit like this, like whatever happens, it's a cool story to tell. At the time, then I woke up the next day saying, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why did you do this?
Mhm.
But I'm growing to love it. I'm growing to like, yeah.
It's like a child
Like
that
a
you didn't
fungus.
want.
You honestly
Good.
you'll forget that it's there.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna
That's what she
like
keeps saying, but we'll see.
yeah.
Dude,
Because I have
all this-
shitty tattoos. So,
Dude,
like,
I'm
I
looking
don't
at you guys
remember,
right now, and
like,
all
I
the
don't
like
see it.
fluff that you've added to it, like you like it now, right? Oh, you had to shave his back. Fuck that, bro. You guys soul like is such
They
bullshit.
had to shave my back.
Yeah,
You have
they
to
have
shave.
to shave. They have
No, but
to
all
get
these
rid of the
details
hair.
of like like
No, but the-
you
the
like
thing
it,
is,
right?
like-
Or is it whatever the fuck?
I
And
said
then
the
paper, but
back-
I know the paper boats thing is real.
Yeah.
I know you want a
We've
paper
spoken
boats.
about this. I mean, I never thought I would ever get a tattoo.
I'm gonna call false. What do you think?
I don't want to lose.
Yeah, this is gonna be unfortunate.
'Cause this would be really sad.
I was waiting to see your reaction.
But I don't think it's true. Oh, are you locking it in? Are you locking it in?
Fuck, they look too pleased right now. Shit.
You're red.
Because this is like, I never
Exciting.
thought I would like,
No, definitely.
False. All right, locking it in. Locking it in.
Do it.
All right, locked in. False.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
No, it's false.
I fucking knew it. Yes! There's no fucking way he's getting a tattoo,
None
bro.
of that was true. The sundowner, it wasn't
But
even
you know,
on its birthday.
I will give it to you though. Like all these bullshit little details
No,
kind
that-
of got me like, wait a minute, is this real?
Right? Like the back shaving, the like.
So when Inaya suggested this tattoo story, I was like, bro, Arjun's never gonna do it because
Yeah,
I'm
he
so
did.
like,
He
I'm
did say that.
never gonna get a tattoo, and I'm so like, you know,
But you said maybe it's so ridiculous
that like
he
maybe
would
I
do
could.
it.
That was the thing is,
Dude, like the smaller things,
was
like
the
you
build-up.
saying like,
No, it was
like,
the build up that was the most.
I was
convincing.
pushing for the podcast this week because of this, and I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, he was pushing for the podcast, dude.
shit, I thought I got you.
Yeah,
I thought I
dude,
got
no,
you.
that was well played, man.
No, it was crazy because so I don't want a tattoo, but I also don't want a matching tattoo with anyone. I feel like that's
Yeah,
just
no, I don't want one.
yeah, okay.
Because I was about to leave, like, you wouldn't get a tattoo.
That's true. That's true. I don't want a
So,
matching
It's
tattoo.
such a bad idea.
Right? Because, you know.
I feel like the instant you get a matching tattoo, it's cursed.
Yeah, no.
Like, do you remember when Angelina Jolie had like Billy Bob Joe
Yeah.
on her arm with like a fucking
Billy Bob
dragon?
Thornton, right?
Yeah.
It's just
They
not
got
a good
divorced.
idea. Yeah, it's just I don't think it's a good. I mean, if you have a matching tattoo and it's worked for you, God bless. Like I know, I don't want to insult anyone. I just don't think it's the right vibe for me.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, right.
Just get a Cameron's face on my booty
Yeah.
cheeks.
Why you gotta be like that?
But yeah, so shit. I thought I could maybe get you just like the ridiculousness of it all.
No, it was good. For
was
sure,
good.
you
No,
had
it
me
was
doubting, but
convincing.
like the premise of it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
I'm
told
sorry,
you.
and
I told it.
Wait, how long
so
had you
like-
guys been planning?
Just
that
today,
one?
literally.
Okay.
Yeah, today we
Like,
spoke about this today.
Barely, we just.
Dude, you know what would have been badass is if like you told this story and then you actually got like a little,
Yeah.
not
Like
like
a fake
the fake tattoo, and then you showed me like just part of it or something.
Yeah.
That would have been like
That'd be crazy.
amazing.
I wish we'd planned it.
Is that against the rules? No.
No.
No,
For future
no.
effort.
So yeah, like the Tukla Tommy thing, right? Like
Yeah.
I actually could have pulled up the Instagram video and been
Yeah.
like, oh yo, here it is.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
I mean, damn, that was fun. That was exciting.
That was cool. That was really fun.
I genuinely thought I managed to get because honestly I thought if there was anyone who wouldn't believe it, it's Arjun. I feel like we've spoken about tattoos and I've been like,
dude,
nah.
You just wouldn't mention this to me for the whole 3 weeks or whatever that you had it. You're just
I
like,
told him I was like, bro, why would I not mention it? And then I was like, okay.
he's coming
Maybe
to terms with it.
Maybe I was like so ashamed of it, like I don't want to tell anyone. But yeah, no tattoo, guys. Sorry to break your heart.
Well played though, but no.
So what is it?
That's
What's
a
the
die,
score?
dude.
3-all tie.
Oh.
That's
okay.
Crazy. None of us managed to fool the other person.
Yeah.
I studied for this. Like I was so prepared. Like I just listened to McKinley's episode. Like I.
Yeah, no, that was a good
Awesome.
episode. And I think because of that, we should all eat a cricket. I think that's the only fair way to
Listen,
end
bro,
this.
nah.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna eat it. I already did it
There are four
already.
left.
I already did
We
it.
finished.
There's 4 left.
You didn't even win.
You
You
must.
didn't even win. You can't
Yeah, but
force
you
me
didn't
to
win
do it.
either. Chalo.
No, but I'm not gonna do it just because. You guys go ahead. You guys have fun.
Okay.
That's the
Is this
lamest
fun?
thing.
We're about to have dinner also, dude.
Oh.
Like,
I give
I'm
a
not-
protein check. Protein check.
You
Okay,
guys
no,
have
What flavor is
fun.
this one?
Like if I don't have to, I don't want to fuck.
No,
Yeah,
try,
me and
come on.
I are not gonna
No,
do
no,
it.
no, do
You
it,
guys
do it.
take the L since you guys.
No, do it. Come on.
you guys.
You have to try. Everyone else
Look
here
how
has had it.
cute.
Try
You don't want to win?
Okay,
Get out of
not
my
just the whole
face,
thing.
dude.
Yeah, just eat it both like a sunflower seed.
Ooh, it's so cute.
Okay,
Look
cheers.
at
Come on,
it.
one left.
Christopher the
Finish
cricket.
it off.
No,
It's
I'm
literally
not
so
gonna eat
cute.
it.
Okay,
Stop.
cheers.
Cheers.
Let's do this.
Inaya doesn't want to do this. Do not force her to do it, dude.
Why are you so okay?
We've
with
all
it?
done it.
Oh, I do like salt and vinegar.
Yeah,
This
it's
one's
good, right? This
Yeah.
is the best one. It
Cameron,
actually tastes like
fuck,
vinegar.
man. Anyway, guys, that's the end of episode 6, the
Yeah,
couples
The duel.
episode, the duel of the dates.
duel of the long-term
Tied, really
relationship.
interesting. Do you guys want to plug anything?
yeah. Your Instagrams, Twitters.
Cam doesn't really use Instagram.
Neither does I.
You can follow me on LinkedIn.
Yeah, me too. Actually, give me a job.
I'm freelancing. You need a web designer. I'm your gal.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming on. That was a lot of fun. And maybe we'll do a part 2 soon. Maybe we'll all have tattoos. Let's see. But yeah.
All right.
Get the story.
The story game, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. GG.
GG.
Tune in
GG.
next time, folks. The Story Game Podcast.
Story game podcast.